What's going on, world? How y'all doing, man? Welcome to another installment of the pod with no name. My name is and I'm here with my brother and my other brother. And yeah, man, what we talking about today? We had to switch up that shit.
The other brother shit.
Oh, you not my other brother?
You just gotta say my brother.
And then my brother's brother? Oh no, you still my man's too.
My brother, other brother. I don't like that.
Other brother? All right, we gonna.
That's like stepchild P.
And you sound fine with it.
He was happy about it.
That's not what I'm saying. I'm gonna say what it sound like. I thought I was helping you.
You are helping.
Yo, before we get started, we want to thank everybody for being here. Got 4 people in the crowd. Also, we want to send a quick shout out to everybody that's been listening via the podcast directories, Apple, Google, Spotify, all of those. And then also the people who be viewing it on YouTube. And if you're watching it on YouTube, please make sure to like, share, and subscribe. But yeah, man, on that note, what we talking about today, fellas? Put it up on a...
Yeah.
Happy Valentine's Day.
Happy belated Valentine's Day.
Word. Today, on the time of this recording, is Saturday. So...
Yeah. So we did a little exercise for this episode. I think we all took the... you took the exam.
I took the exam.
The love languages exam. So
yeah.
I guess we're going to... Are we going to, like, say what we got?
Yeah. So before we started, like... So the basic background of it, you know what I mean? Like, basically, it's like... They have different love languages for couples, for singles, for people that are married, different scenarios. So we just took it and we wanted to like see what our personalities were and how we love and how we like to love. So the different criteria is words of affirmation. So like and love from words of affirmation, physical touch, receiving gifts, quality time, and acts of service.
Have y'all taken the exam before?
I took it. Yeah, I took it.
No, but like have you taken it more than once?
No, this is my second time.
Yeah, me too.
It's like my second, third time.
Oh, why y'all took it twice?
I just want to take it a second.
Just to see if it changed?
It's been a while since I took it the first time.
Did it change?
I don't remember what I got the first time.
Oh, okay.
Mine was very similar.
But I'm pretty sure it was the same.
Yeah.
Before I like submitted, I was like, I'm pretty sure this is what I like.
Right.
Yeah, have y'all taken it?
She was mad loud just now. And then now she whispering. No, I wasn't.
Well, I didn't know I was supposed to take it.
I thought you sent the...
No, I ain't send it to them. Nah. Because remember I was saying how I wanted it to be like they didn't know what we were talking about.
Oh yeah, he wanted.
We wanted the authentic response.
But we gonna show out.
All right, so wait. Before we actually enter that though, but do y'all all feel like y'all know your love language?
No? Eddie, nah. I definitely told Eddie.
Okay. I have a prediction.
What? You have a prediction. Okay.
Yeah, I have a prediction. Now that I know what I'm here for.
Okay.
Well, I'm sorry. What prediction?
Like in terms of what you think
she knows what
the love language is.
Yeah.
For herself.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, right. Okay.
Because I didn't take the test, but I have a prediction.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you want to start with yours?
All right. Sure. Yeah. So let me pull that up.
All right, let's start with Z's.
You wasn't ready?
No, I wasn't.
So I scored 9 on quality time.
Okay.
I scored 8 on physical touch.
Okay.
I scored 8 on words of affirmation. I scored 4 on acts of service.
Okay.
And I scored a 1 on receiving gifts.
Okay.
I think it was pretty accurate. Honestly, like I really think that like words of affirmation may come second,
right?
You know what I mean, instead of the personal physical touch. But for them to have the same number is fine,
right?
Like I love a pump up. You know what I mean? Like I like a genuine pump up.
What's a pump up?
Like a genuine battery. Yeah, like words of affirmation.
Oh, okay, like you the best.
Yeah,
yeah. But like I feel like I don't want it to come off like
I'm just helping you because
like and
I'm your cousin.
Yeah. Like I said you was cool, but actually that joint is kind of whack. But I'm gonna pump you up though. Like, you know, we're gonna look out for my man. It's like, nah, I hate that. But quality time, you know, who doesn't love a nice I know in the past we talked about like cheap moves. Like, oh, here's how you can maneuver.
Yeah, well, not cheap, but efficient dating.
Efficient.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm
And
sorry.
you had the
It's all about
joints.
branding. It's all about branding.
Yeah, don't say cheap. Nobody like the cheap.
Yeah. Nah, nobody likes cheap. But like efficient, you know. So quality time was high. Acts of service is always been low. Like, I can do for myself. Like, you're good.
Okay.
And I never want.
But you don't appreciate if somebody, even though they know you could do it like yourself, they do it for you.
Nah. And what's funny is I can remember like taking a test and it would be like, yo, do you want somebody to help you with your problems or something, or do you want a hug?
Yeah.
And I was like, I'll take a hug.
Did y'all notice that, like, when I was taking the exam, because I took it today, before I came, I noticed the pattern. Like, I feel like for the most part,
when you start answering a certain way, and then the questions,
But I feel like for the most part, it was like either you're a person who gives gifts or you're a person who doesn't. That's what all the questions ended up being. Like, do you like spending time with people or do you like a gift?
I think that's dependent on how you answer.
I think it's if you answer nothing above, like if gifts is always last.
Yo, because I feel like they wanted me to say yes, I like gifts.
No,
everybody, I'm like, yeah. All right, okay. So it's based on. All right, got it.
So for mine, your first one was what? Yours was
quality time.
All right, so mine was words of affirmation, and I had an 8 with that, and then my next 2 was physical touch and receiving gifts. And so to me, I thought that was spot on. Quality time was the 4th, and then acts of service was the last.
Oh, man, you don't want to hang with us, man?
What you talking? What are you talking about?
Like if quality time is so low, like that means the time that we spend together is you don't care about it, man.
Nah,
it's not important to you.
No, it's not that it's not important.
It's not what quality time means.
Yes,
that's
but
exactly what that means, brother.
I don't know. I call it like I see it. I call it like I see it, man.
Nah. So basically, like I thought this was what
we gonna keep them.
What about spending time? I like spending time with y'all.
It's too late.
I like spending time with y'all.
It's not important.
I could see y'all more.
You don't.
That's not sincere to you. Nah,
that's the battery that I don't like.
Right.
Nah. Honestly though, quality time isn't on mine because I rather just when I'm spending time with y'all or whoever, like if it's a shorty I'm seeing, if I'm spending time with her, I'd rather it be more meaningful. So it's not like high up. Like I don't want to see you every day. You know what I mean? But when I do see you, I want to have And now I'm not literally saying like I don't want to see you every day, but when I do see you, I want it to be meaningful. Like I don't care if you just here. I'm like, you know what I mean?
Cool.
So, but my first one, words of affirmation, that was like spot on because like growing up, like the childhood shit, like niggas it never was really like a good job. And then when I hear it, that shit made me want to do better. So I was like, oh shit. And so it translates into like how I love. So like if a chick is like, yo, I really appreciate like what you've been doing for me, or yo, you installed my thermometer. You know what I mean?
Right.
You know, whatever. You install something, you fix some shit.
Right.
You know what I mean? So that really correlated. So I thought it was like spot on, honestly.
You like when they say good job. Thank you.
Yeah, that shit made me feel good.
Rub your back. You know what I mean?
Yeah, don't touch me because I know you about to put.
Yeah, that's a
yo.
Yeah.
Honestly, yo, he touched me probably like 4 or 5 times in all of these episodes, bro. Like he always be like rubbing my back.
Where on the doll did he touch you?
All right, my bad. What's yours, guys?
All right, so mine was like I had a 10 for quality time, 7 for words of affirmation, 6 for physical touch, 4 for acts of service, and 3 for receiving gifts. And I agree with the order. I'm a little surprised that the quality time and words of affirmation was so far apart. Like,
yeah,
thought it would have been closer, but I do agree with like the order. Receiving gifts is definitely last for me. Like I just don't put a lot of stock in
right, because someone could give you some shit just because, and then it's like
you know what I mean,
right?
I like to base like how I value something on like a material thing. Like I really don't do that,
right? But what if somebody gives you like a really good gift?
Yeah, facts.
Then you like
that's dope, but that's not. It's not something I expect.
Got you.
You know what I'm saying? Because I guess we're gonna talk about this.
chime in. What's a really good gift?
So a really good gift to me would be something that is well thought out, well planned, and is like tied into something that you have going on. So for instance, like if I like sports, if you came and gave me a baseball, I'll be like, what? Like if I like basketball and you came and gave me a baseball, I'm like, what? What are you doing? But if you're like, yo, I know Kobe, your favorite player, so I got you this Kobe Bryant engraved basketball, I'm gonna appreciate that. That's a really good gift. But I don't give a fuck about getting gifts. You know what I mean?
A good gift for me is like an experience. Like,
yeah.
You know what I mean, we go skydiving or some shit like that.
You trying to do that shit? I did it. I was petrified.
I'm a little nervous, but yeah, I do want to try that shit.
Yeah. Yo, remember we was talking about Will Dennis earlier. So Will Dennis went with me for my 21st birthday because I had a fair height, so I wanted to get over it. Long story short, he was a little bigger, so they couldn't. It was tandem, so they couldn't attach to him. So the dude was like, they gotta do it doggy style, and so he had to lay on his back, and then homeboy like got on him and attached themselves to it. So Will Dennis, if you see this shit, my bad, God, I just exposed you. But continue.
That's street beef.
Continue. Nah, ain't no beef.
And I missed the doggy style piece to that.
Cause he had to lay on his back. He had to lay on his back, and dude had to get on top of him to like attach himself.
Okay.
In the plane.
Okay. Going back to quality time though, like that was my top one. I really do think that's my best one because I'm somebody who I'm not gonna sit all day and text you. Like I'm not a huge texter.
Yeah, I be getting tight when y'all don't text back.
So
no guy is a good texter. By the way,
his grievances.
I'm gonna stay the wall right now.
It's okay, bro.
It's okay.
See, he be touching me, God. This shit weird.
Yo, it's not weird, man. It's an act of service.
Nah,
it's
you bugging.
It's a physical touch. It's okay. You're in a safe space.
You might have to edit that.
Yeah, I just pull it out and cut. Nah, I don't know.
Man.
But yeah,
why you sweating so hard?
Yo, my nigga, I'm hot, bro. I don't know.
Cause you're wearing all that fucking red.
Yo, God, I'm hot. Should we pause this shit? I'm like, you see me wiping, right?
Yo, drugs are bad, bro.
Yo, this is crazy. I'm really hot, God. Son, I don't know. Yeah, all right. When we come back from break, like, I'm definitely gonna take off the Yeah, it's the light. It's the light, God.
Yeah. You know, excuse for the tools of the weak and the competent.
Oh, you nigga. I am sweating bullets though. But continue, God.
Oh, I thought we were pausing.
No, I'm not pausing it.
That's all I have to say. Like, I did agree with quality time. I agree with all of them. Words of affirmation, I do like to hear.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So in regards to like how you love, like how would you say that you would express it if you had to like rearrange it? You know what I mean?
Quality time. Like if I express it, yeah, quality time. I like to receive quality time. I receive, and also physical touch.
Yeah. Oh well, yeah, because you know we want the beats.
Yeah.
Facts.
Like so.
Got to get the beats. What about you, Z's?
I think similar. Like I think like you wanna. I think that's the problem with people. I feel like people like give love off in the same way that they like to receive it.
That's a good point.
And that's not necessarily how that person wants to receive it. Yeah. I think that's where a lot of things get lost. How things completely fall apart or crumble.
Let me ask you this: do y'all have like a deal breaker? So like,
like Hinge?
Not quite like Hinge, but like let's say there's a like a love language that's just how you have to receive it. Like you know what I'm saying? And then but the person you're with, that's not how they give it.
Ooh.
Like what do you do?
That's tough. I feel like for me, like words of affirmation is my shit. I've been in relationships where I didn't receive words of affirmation. It was fine, but
it wasn't fine. It's
at
over.
This point, exactly. At this point, at this time, like if that was to transpire, I probably wouldn't be with it. You know what I mean? Like I like hearing good job. I like when I edit a photo and like someone to be like, yo, like, you know what I mean? Like good job. Or I like when the woman that I'm dealing with supports me, even if, you know what I mean?
Does it have to be a woman? Not to sound weird, anything like that. Like
not necessarily.
No, I'm just tying it back to like, you know,
a Valentine's Day theme.
Yeah, but we can talk about love from friends too.
Like,
like when y'all were like, yo, I appreciate you for like editing the video.
Different types of.
Yeah, my fault.
That's what I was talking about. Like I feel like I usually give you a shout out.
I do appreciate that. That made me feel good because
Z's is great at that.
Yeah. So I do appreciate that coming from y'all.
You know.
Yeah.
You know.
I got you. You know.
But yeah, so I think now would probably be a deal breaker. I really think so. You know what I mean?
I think would be a big deal breaker is if a guy didn't like share any type of physical touch. So like he's just like mute, like not even physical touch, but like also like verbal or whatever that is. I guess that would be like words of affirmation and physical touch. Like, if you're not doing either or, like, what are you doing?
Right.
Yeah.
But what if he's like, look, that's just not me, but I can get you.
Hold on, a little closer, PJ.
I can get you all day long.
So yeah. So
get you what all day long? Oh,
gifts.
Yeah.
So I had experience with that. Like, he was very giving and stuff. Like, you know, like grocery shopping, all that stuff. But he didn't have the other parts. Like, you know, we chilling and he's not doing the physical touch like he's supposed to be doing. Yeah, stop. Like, you know.
It sounds like
no.
But some girls would be like, okay, like, you know, gifts, keep the gifts coming, but you know, you gotta have kind of like balance.
So he was just giving you gifts, but not interacting with you.
He was
like,
definitely interacting. He wasn't doing it like how I would want it to be.
Like, he wasn't cuddling.
Oh, he wasn't cuddling.
I'm curious. No, I think that's why we gotta ask questions.
So what's the question? What you
ask
ask?
questions.
Yeah.
Yo, no, I think we making statements right now.
Okay, so how can I explain it? Like,
I think we make a statement.
I can't explain it.
So, like, let's say you like your back rub. He would just walk past. Hey.
No, he would rub the back. He would,
No.
Punch you back. My nigga.
No, so I have a question.
I would have left before that.
I have a question. Are we talking like, you know, like you were walking down the street, you like your hand held, and he wouldn't hold your hand type situation?
Oh, he would actually do that, and that would be annoying. Like, we went to the Grits and Biscuits, and he wanted to like be up on me all the whole time.
That's because he probably felt the type of way because it was other.
Yeah, okay. But like, I'm not used to that.
Confused.
Like,
okay, that's why we gotta ask questions.
Grits and Biscuits is packed. Why the fuck are you holding hands and trying to be up under?
That's what she wore.
Okay, so look, he's doing the physical touch, but a little bit too much and not the way I like it.
Yeah.
Like,
so do you think
she got some demands?
No,
it was very simple stuff, but he just wasn't doing it.
Do you think like?
Yeah, what are you doing? It's a party.
In an environment like that, I can see why a guy,
especially if he only did it in the
tilt it up.
Who's very
just tilt. No,
the microphone.
Okay, yeah, that's fine.
Got it? Okay, check. Got it.
Yeah.
In an environment like that, it's kind of like invalid to survey, if that makes any sense, because he's now in your man mode where he's just trying to claim you, basically.
Right. I got a lot of rules. I mean?
So it's kind of like you can't really judge him at that point because you kind of put him in, you know, he's in a situation.
Oh, wait, just going back to what you said, talking about rules. It's not even rules. So I'm at Grits and Biscuits, my first time there. I know it's people there that I know. I'm trying to move around so I can meet up with the people I know. Hey, girl. Hey, whatever, bro, whatever. He wants to be all like boyfriend and girlfriend. It's a party. Like, can I like go? Like, so when I mean by physical touch is like you still want it like the way you want it. Like, he was doing it in a way like he was.
That's a good point. Yeah, because all physical touch ain't good.
40-year-old virgin type.
So I have okay. So
he just
that
sounds
was my next
possessive,
question.
though.
No.
Very.
Oh, he was possessive.
Big fact.
I mean, in that instant, like he was probably like,
come on, son. You choosing the time.
Yeah, he was claiming it. Like,
yeah, but that's unnecessary. Like, I don't know. To me, that's unnecessary.
So I have more questions. Right. Was it more so geared towards when you talk about this physical touch thing again? Was it more so like intimacy? Do you think things were rushed, or do you think like he didn't take his time properly? Do you feel like things were warmed up? They wasn't warmed up. Like how?
He was thinking a little bit too much of stuff. Like when it was that time for intimacy too. Mm-hmm. Like he was just like doing way too much and just like
niggas like yo,
like not being himself. And I've okay, now we're making it real personal.
Well, we'll put your IG up there. I'll put your IG up there. Nah, I'm
no. But it's just like. Put it like this, like I gave him that that comfortable space to be himself, and he still was like doing too much in certain situations.
That sounds like insecurities.
Maybe everybody has them, but
that would explain.
Grits
and Biscuits. He's like, oh, I gotta.
Yeah. Oh shit.
Hold on to
it's cool niggas in here. They might take my chick. You know what I mean? Which is wild.
You almost said the B word.
I know.
Correct. And correct.
I call myself. I'm good with it.
All right. So I have a question. Do you think maybe this may like segue a little bit into like the next section, but do you think like before meeting him, did you think you were attracted to him, or was he more attracted to you?
So the way that happened, I think we met at like a ball or something like that, and he was talking about like a Wale concert or something like that. I was playing around saying, "Oh, Wale concert, where is it at?"
Right.
And then literally the next day he took me. So that's so like I said, he's a given person.
Sound like a trick to me.
No. I'm not gonna lie. That's what kind of like attracted me to him. But then
because he a trick.
But what does that mean?
A trick is a person that like chooses to spend
a little bit.
He a trick. Yeah, this conversation invalid.
Whoa.
Yeah, nah. So wait, how old was this person? Because now it sounds like he was like 45.
Right.
He wasn't digging it down right. Honestly, that's what it sounded like. Right? Am I bugging?
No, we're not gonna get too personal, man. We're not gonna get too personal.
It sounds like intimacy wasn't there, but he like since he like
no, it sounds like that's all it was, and you wanted more, right?
Nah,
it was the opposite.
It was the opposite. Facts. It was like, yo, I like him because he pays for stuff.
So, and the story ends like that, and we're not gonna. Yeah,
it's fine.
I don't want to be mean.
Okay, so moral of the story, you know, you might like love one way or you like love one way, and he's not. He wasn't like.
Yeah, so that's So I think to sum that up, I think my love language definitely be like physical touch with quality time.
Gotcha.
Like, you know.
So our love languages are shaped by like our experiences.
Yeah.
So it's like I done been with this person and I see how you give it up and I need it a different way. Right.
Yeah.
And that kind of like shapes. You know what I
mean? Yeah, definitely. Yeah, and also like how you grew up and stuff. Okay. Hold it, tilt it up again. You gotta hit the front of it, like not the top of it. Yeah, the front. Yeah, that front base. There we go.
I think overall at this point in our lives, love languages matter. Whether you think it's not important, like, okay, I could deal with this, or, you know, no, it's a deal breaker.
Yeah.
Because at some point in the relationship, when it evolves, it's going to matter.
Yeah.
And that's what's going to break the relationship. So that's what dating is.
Yep.
You get all those questions out. You explore, like, okay, well, this is my love language. Like, can I really compromise with this because he's not really good at this? Can I teach him? Can we work on it together? Whatever.
Right.
But it matters.
That's interesting. Like, I really talk more about that.
Though.
So,
right. And compromise is okay. It's part of a relationship, and it's what you have to get good at in a marriage. Not that I've been in a marriage, but that's what I would think.
Yeah.
That's what you do in a journey with somebody. But if the compromise doesn't work for you, that's what you have to work on in dating, and you have to work on it. I don't want to say quickly, but you got to figure it out before you waste that person's time, because I don't want my time wasted, and I'm not going to waste yours either.
Right, exactly.
Have you found a man who you feel like they carry, quote unquote, like your basic needs, and you feel like, you know what, with a little work, this can be it?
I be feeling like women don't want to teach.
But do you go into the situation feeling that way? Like on Jump Street, do you feel like, yo, you know what, he's got A, B, and C, I can give him D, E, and F?
Yes.
And when you go in feeling that way, how does it has it been successful?
Successful for me as in yes. You go in thinking this person's not perfect.
Yeah.
I am the way I am, you are the way you are, and we're about to figure out if we can make this work.
Right.
And for me, I would say maybe 2 or 3 times, yes, I'm like, okay, this could work. Now, for other reasons, it didn't work out.
Right.
But for those love languages reason, yes, I could see myself working with it.
So you feel like you've added D, E, and F, and it still was like, falls apart.
Well, yeah, it falls apart for like
different reasons,
other things, right?
So now, moving forward, do you feel like when you find a man, or I won't say a man, like I don't know what you like.
No, it's man.
Don't okay. So
man,
I don't know
when you find a man, do you go into the relationship like, yo, he gives me the bare, I'm gonna work with everything else? Like, do you feel like that's like a regular thing now, or do you ever go in wanting A, B, C, E, D, and F?
I like the way you put that. I go in with not the bare minimum, but like I said, a medium.
Yeah.
So you want A, B, and C.
Like, okay, A, B, and C. Now let's see what happens, and then we evaluate.
Right. I don't know. I find that a little hard, not because of you or anything, but like I find that like I think that is kind of how can I put it? Basically, like, that's a shock to me because I find it that, or at least I think if a woman takes a man for A, B, and C and then has to build him up, they think less of you.
Oh, no.
You know what I mean?
We're not talking about
not building up.
We're talking about, listen, I'm looking for stability. Okay, you're stable. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
And this and that. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Now, let me see if we can compromise on whatever is going to go wrong or whatever is different, I should say, between us, because we're all different. But can we compromise or work on something together where we can meet in the middle? Like, that's what it is. There is a baseline, but we're not talking about the bare minimum.
Yeah.
Because if you start at the bare minimum, then you're past the deal breaker. Like, it's irrelevant.
I don't know if I agree with that. Because I think, like, the bare minimum for me is very different than the bare minimum for you.
No. I mean, bare minimum as, okay, you go on 1 or 2 dates, right?
Yes.
And none of your love languages, it's been put on Front Street for you that I'm not this kind of person. I'm not that kind of person. This, that. Oh, well, you know what? Like, that's what I mean. Like,
so, and I think that's very different as well, right? So, when I think of like, and I think like, I think right now you're talking about, in my eyes, you're talking about D, E, and F, right? You know what I'm saying? And I think maybe that's where like things are lost.
No, I'm talking about A, B, and C.
So so when I'm thinking A, B, and C, I'm thinking like the minimums. Like in my mind, like I feel like we've had like this conversation amongst us before. Like my mind is like, I'm young, I work, I drive, no kids,
so it's a lot of
educated, like you know what I mean? Like in my mind, like that's like bare minimum. Right.
Okay.
And what I'm saying is you'll meet a man with those things and be like, well, we'll see if I can put together the E and F.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah. And
I see what you're saying.
You know what I'm saying?
But wait. The thing about that is, it's about compatibility. It's not about
shit. No,
eligibility, right?
Oh,
like,
eligibility.
Okay, you're eligible, but our compatibility needs to line up.
Facts. I'm joking.
I'm sorry. I get what you're saying. But I think maybe where we can agree on this is whatever.
Have to agree.
Yeah, we don't have to agree.
No, because I'm trying to meet you where you are because I feel like we're in the same place.
Okay.
But whatever your medium is, that's where you're starting. And then you figure out, okay, let me see if we can work to get to E and F.
Yes.
Right. That's what I'm trying to say.
But I think I guess I'm only asking like because I feel like if they don't come with what I would consider like A, B, and C, they don't even get the time of day.
All right. So we talking about hold on. We talking about A, B, C, D, and F.
Yeah.
I guess the question.
There's an E in there.
Damn.
All right, my bad. We're doing too much. We're doing too much.
Yeah.
I think we're agreeing. We just can't put it in words.
No. But so let's try to zoom out for a second. I mean, at the end of the day, we're basically talking about what we're attracted to, right?
Yes.
Right.
So let's talk about that.
All right. So we gonna talk about that. Yo, great, man. Good job.
That's a great segue.
Yeah,
I'm gonna say it. That's
we're
a
gonna
great
take a quick
segue.
break, but that was a great segue. And when we come back, we're gonna talk about that.
All right, cool.
Because I've never even.
Okay. We are back. What was that question you just asked, PJ? What was that question?
Just now?
Yeah, just now.
I asked the ladies in the room if they're too grown to date somebody with money problems.
And
money is not king.
Okay, but what was the specific thing you said? Because like the ladies was like, "Yeah, girl," they started high fiving and shit.
we just said that money isn't like if I make enough money. Then
you said it don't matter if he.
Yeah, if he
only broke people think like that. That's
yeah, like if a woman is making money ends meet, then.
But I don't believe that. I think that like ego takes precedence over that too. Like I forgot we were talking to somebody and they were talking about how like the man he made less than his woman. And that used to always be like they used to clash. You know what I mean?
What she's saying is like
literally my sister makes more than my brother-in-law. Okay. And she makes so much that it doesn't matter.
But he's okay with that
because there's more things he brings to the table than just that. Like when my car breaks down, my brother-in-law comes in.
So let me
you know
ask
what I'm
you
saying? Like he brings
the
other things
acts
to
of
the
service.
Is he obligated to do that?
Yo, get it.
And see, he loves giving acts of service.
Yeah.
And she definitely loves receiving acts of service. So
Right,
it's about that's where the compatibility
perfect.
comes in.
That's perfect. That works. Damn. Okay.
We ain't gotta eat.
And that's what I was gonna say. That I think is two different things. That's completely two different things. As far as a man making less than a woman, it has to be up to that man if he's whole with himself enough to be okay with that.
Yeah.
Because I'm okay with that. If you're okay with that,
okay
because
with
at
that.
the end of the day,
Like, yo, you got the bread for both of us?
Yo.
You want me to stay at the crib?
Yo.
All right.
All I gotta do is beat it? Nah.
No, just because I make more money than you doesn't mean you can't provide.
But what about the women, and this is just me throwing out
And-
hypotheticals, what about the woman that, like, will downplay their man because he don't make...
And you know that's a thing that happens.
And that is where it comes in. So the man may be okay with that, but then the woman is not okay with that, and she's playing herself by keep going with this because it's just not going to work.
Right.
But like, struggle dick is the best though.
Wait, what?
Struggle dick.
is the best though.
I don't think
that was a straight watch him out.
Yo,
that was a watch him out.
But yo, I don't think Urban Dictionary has that up there. So could you give us the definition of struggled penis, please? Not
just so we know what you.
Yeah, just so we know. Like,
what does that mean?
Oh, I.E. You got to E.
Let's put it up on the screen.
Nah, come on, E. Nah, I don't think it's on Urban Dictionary.
Look up struggle dick.
Nah, come on, just what is your definition? I doubt that it's.
And we'll add it to
Urban Dictionary. That was a joke. That was a joke.
Yeah, but what
we
does
understand.
it mean?
Wow,
this is a late night podcast.
Yeah, but what does it mean? What does it mean? What is it? What is it?
She need a speech.
You gotta eat your words. So if
she need a speech,
so should we guess what it means?
Wow, good dick versus struggle dick.
There's a forum on this.
I don't think.
Yo, chicks is gonna get tight. Like.
I think this definition.
This is a family show.
Oh, that's a YouTube thing. We can't do it. What's your definition? Why are you so scared? If you don't tell us your definition, we're gonna put your.
Okay, so for real, I feel like
blackmailer.
It depends on what you have to bring to the table.
Okay.
Right. I feel like when you have less to offer, it's stronger in other areas. There's like some men who have garbage dick. Sometimes they have a lot of money.
Right.
And that is their gifts or their way to show you that they love you, not putting it down.
Wow.
And I feel like when you put it down, you can, struggle in other areas, including financial areas. That's what I'm saying. So that is my definition.
And that's how you get the dudes that like live on the couch. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because he's piping it.
Because he's piping it.
Yeah.
That's your baby boy moment.
Right.
That's a different conversation.
Right.
Yeah.
All right, but where we at?
Oh, because you lived similar experience? You lived a similar experience?
Well,
no, I was.
Oh.
Let's go back to the original question.
Really quick, can I share something?
Yeah, share.
The only thing about
we love sharing.
Okay, so the only thing about making more than like the guy that you're talking to or whatever, so they get used to that and they get comfortable. Like, I don't mind making more, but I've been in a situation where like we was about to go out to eat.
You better catch up though.
Right.
We about to go. We about to go out to. We about to go out to eat, and we didn't even get there yet. We didn't even park yet.
He was like, "Yo, I left my car."
No, he's like, "We going. We're going half, right? Don't do that. Don't do that. Like that's when it becomes annoying. You know what I mean?
Damn.
But
how did you
it's funny now.
Did
but
y'all,
like at
did
the
y'all
time,
go
like,
half?
that's a turn off. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
did y'all go half?
Did y'all go half though?
Of course we went half.
Damn.
So it works.
No, yeah, exactly. What did she say? That was.
All right, so since we on this,
but then that brings it back to the love languages, which if his love language is receiving gifts and hers is giving gifts, then there you go.
It works. Yeah, I guess it would work.
But if hers is quality time,
yeah,
and he can't pay to spend that time.
Have you ever gone Dutch with somebody?
Listen. I like to have a good time. It's not a big deal for me. Like stuff like that doesn't matter.
Right.
I don't know about Dutch.
I had a chick a few years.
Sometimes I will pay.
She's like I'm not paying for the meal.
No, only because I go back to my earlier statement.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna waste your time. If I've been on 1 or 2 dates with you and I know,
and you haven't paid,
huh?
And he hasn't paid.
No. If I go on 1 or 2 dates with you, and I know it's not work. I know this isn't gonna work for me because he's said some things that okay, that's not gonna work.
Then
I'm
you
not
go
gonna
Dutch.
continue dating you at all. I'm not gonna waste your time.
Yeah. So do you?
But if somebody comes off to me offhand with Dutch, to me that makes it seem like, oh, we're not even on the same agenda. So cool, we can go Dutch, but we're not about to be dating. We're just friends.
Right.
And let's be real. How often does that even come up?
Oh no, I usually pay for the shit.
Like I feel like, especially if you look on like Twitter and Facebook, people talk about splitting and going Dutch,
but it's people out there that really like do that shit.
How often though?
I don't know.
I think it depends on the occasion, right? Like if we're going to happy hour, I don't like happy hour drinks. I want to order, like when I go out, I want to order what I want to order. And I sometimes would be like, listen, I know I went a little overboard with the drinks. Like I'll pay for them because
but that's being nice.
You know what I'm saying? But that's like friendly.
Yeah.
I'm also from the Midwest and we do things a little different. You feel me?
That's not
But I think that it's not in my thought when we're going on a date. I'm not thinking about the money that I'm spending, you're spending, whatever it is. You know what I'm saying?
That's not Dutch. That's you being genuine.
Yeah, that's just
So have you been genuine?
Huh?
Have you been genuine?
Yes. What do you?
Oh.
Come on, you change. You gotta
know
let me know. We changing the conversation. Wait a minute. Hold on. What's the definition?
I ain't never sharing.
No, but
She was like, what? I gotta pay?
No. Someone in the front, they'll be like, oh, I'm reaching for my, and they want you to be like, nah, don't worry.
Yeah, don't worry.
And they're like, oh, okay.
But that goes into showing a guy like, listen, I'm here for it, and I appreciate your efforts. I see you, and I'm in this.
But also, who asked who?
Is that what that means?
If I say, hey, come out with me tonight.
No.
We turning up. I might, you know what I'm saying? It's about who invited who to me.
Okay. Yeah.
Right?
Invite matters.
We changed the game again.
The double standard is
right. Let's talk about it.
Break down the double standard.
Break down
the double standard.
Even if the girl invites us, we still got to pay.
That's a fact.
Yeah, you changed.
That's a fact.
Double standards.
It's double standards that work in y'all favor.
I mean, y'all could take the initiative and be like, no, I know normally you would pay, but I got it.
Yeah.
Right. After I realized that I like you, you've been doing all the yes. All right, cool.
So after the courting is already done.
Wait. So you a bae before you put money on the table?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Good point.
Of course you are. Of course you are.
Y'all finish.
No, all right. No, I'm not yet. So
no. So what I'm saying is, during the courting stage, if you've been putting in work, all that, then yes, I'm going to show some form of I'm here for this. So yes, I'll pay for something.
You gotta be sweating.
Why?
It's not gonna be no free labor, like cheap labor. Like.
Yeah, like, you gonna work for this. You gotta watch it when we play it back.
Gotcha. We agreed already, so I know we're on the same page.
But let's get back on the that main question about what you're attracted to.
Yeah.
When you're looking for your significant other, what are you looking for?
I'll go first. So, because my shit is like words of affirmation, I need a woman that's gonna be supportive. Like, I may not have the plan fully out. Like, I know I want to get to this goal. This is what I want to do. I may not have it out, you know what I mean? But like, this is what I want to do. And if you're not with that, I cannot fuck with it. I had an experience before where like I was talking to a chick. You wasn't really too fond of her. And basically like I was trying to get the crib. Remember I was trying to get the crib?
I know we're not talking about the devil.
No, not her. No.
Oh, that's how I thought it was.
I thought it was the devil too. If it's somebody
the
else.
black girl that you said was like kinda white. Remember? You know, come on, you know her. Remember?
Oh, short, dark skin.
Yeah. Oh, you the feds. But yeah, so basically, like,
I want y'all to stop B.
She really wasn't like
we don't know what's
supportive.
going on, so we're just
she really wasn't supportive like that. Like all she would do is just like ask me, "Did you do this yet? Did you do that yet?" And I'm like, "Yo, like I'm going at the speed that I'm going. I'm trying to get this crib." Like, and she just kept putting pressure on me. So that was like incorrect to what I like.
What are you attracted to?
Words of affirmation is my main one. So it's a woman that's supportive.
Right.
Yeah.
Let's just get everybody to
what am I attracted to? Like, I think I'm definitely attracted to like women who I grew up with. I know that may sound a little weird, but like
what?
No, in regards to God. In regards to like
yeah, like my overall, like my love language is like.
He's like, yo, you gotta come from middle class. right. You can't come from the hood. You gotta tell Michael B. Jordan's story.
My kind, basically. My kind.
My people. You gotta be my people. No, my background. I'm sorry.
No, it's not too bad. It's not too bad.
I'm just saying.
It's not. It's not. Like so, and I think what I'm attracted to is what I like. Like, I think you're attracted to who you are.
For me, I think like I feel like
a
significant other makes you think two things. Like either my circumstances are good and I could keep this person, or damn, I need to like step my shit up, and so like she doesn't leave or he doesn't leave. So I feel like the person I look for is a person who inspires me to be like, I gotta step my shit up. Like I'm not complacent. Like I don't feel like I'm good. Like she's not going nowhere. I gotta feel like damn, like this chick is she's doing something with her life.
Right. That's for me, I agree with you. Like that's like a real big boost. Like if I can see someone that's doing shit, inspiring themselves, motivating themselves, doing what that will really make me want to step my shit up too. Okay, my bad.
No. Like I think that goes with the money thing too, though. Like I feel like if my wife is making way more money than I am, I have no problem like being soccer dad. But I also feel like like you want to have something of your own as well. You know what I mean? Like you want to feel like something that you have.
What? What's wrong with soccer dad?
Just because you make more don't mean
that he's not working at all.
Right.
No one said that. No one said that.
Hold on. First of all, let my man live his truth.
Yeah,
maybe he doesn't want to work.
Nah, but I feel like we was just fixing that up as well. I feel like we was just
keep going.
Can my man not work?
Yo,
it's on. It's on.
Like I said, I would not mind being soccer dad.
Right.
Say
that shit.
Listen. First off,
get that minivan shit going.
The pod with no name.
My bad. Finish.
Talk your shit.
But like I do want something on my own, and I would want it to be meaningful. You know what I mean? So even if it doesn't bring in a lot of money, I would want it to feel like this is impactful.
Like a hobby.
Like a strong hobby, like a hobby that other people respect. You know what I mean? A hobby that
like wants to hold his head up high.
Yeah, like something like that makes you
a hobby that men respect.
Nah, other people respect. Like you don't want your hobby to be like, yo, I play video games. So like
I mean, what if you rank like top 10 in the world?
And you getting bread. You getting millions off that shit.
But go ahead.
Just going back to the thing y'all keep saying soccer dad or like staying at home. First, when I vision like my husband, I don't care how much money I make. I don't care if I'm making much money as Oprah. You're gonna be doing something like that's gonna be supporting the businesses that we create.
All right, so let me ask you
this. You think Stedman work?
So let me ask you this.
He gonna be a Stedman.
This is a double standard. What if we said that about you? What if we said, yo, you got to do something?
Right.
That's fine. Like,
but that's easy for you to say because you got like jobs and ambition and shit like that. But what about like the chick that want to be taken care of?
No,
and there are a lot of women like that.
Yeah, we dealing with some independent.
A little bit of both.
Independent ladies tonight.
I think a little bit of both. If my husband,
this equation,
right?
The other equation, but in this room,
I think a little bit of both. If my husband he's like a multi-millionaire, billionaire, whatever, I'm fine with being a housewife, but just make sure I own like at least 4 of the businesses.
Now it's okay.
Like
now
you gotta own.
Yes, I'm CEO. I'm not here. I'm CEO.
Nah, yeah, that's different. Yeah.
What if it's the other way around? Like, are you gonna like put these in your husband's name?
We could if he's getting the work done, yeah. If he's getting the work done, whatever.
You ain't say you had to get the work done.
Exactly.
Wait.
Double standard.
You only talk about work with his sister.
The thing is, with marriage, it's a partnership, right? So if you do more household things and I do more financial things, like whether I'm female or male, it's 2020. Like, it doesn't matter if I'm a female and I make more, he's a male and he makes less, but he does more work around the house. He has you know what I'm saying? I mean, but that's what it is. We are all individuals. And I think that mindset that I have to want someone that makes a lot of money is ridiculous because there are men that make a lot of money that don't treat you right, that don't have all kinds of stuff that you need. Like, it's about compatibility. It's not about
got the struggle D, right?
Oh, yeah.
They ain't got that.
That does not mean struggle D. At the end of the day, like at the end of the day, like we were saying before, just because maybe I make money than you, that doesn't mean that you can't provide or you don't make enough money or whatever it is.
It's just less.
It's just less.
Yeah.
And okay, but at the
didn't we talk about the chick who, like, I think she makes bread, right?
Yeah.
But her husband only makes like $50,000 a year.
Yeah.
So they live in a house that he can afford.
I love that.
What?
They're not living well.
We living.
They can live. They can live better.
At the end of the day,
Right.
So they living in a one bedroom when they could be in a mini
look,
mansion.
At the end of the day, we are in a partnership, like she said, and no matter what, Daddy gets the big chicken. All right, Daddy.
That sounds.
When you come
racist.
home, you gotta ask your dad. Like he's the man of the house.
Wait,
Okay.
no. But what about like the house that you live in though? You're a millionaire, and
I need amenities. I need amenities.
I need
okay?
amenities.
I need a minute.
Okay, but at that point, that's when I'm now investing in my husband.
Yeah.
So therefore, he can carry the weight if he want.
No, but
whatever.
all right. So what he's saying is that, like, yo, you make $1 million.
Okay.
Your husband makes 30,000. You have to live at the $30,000
Why do we
mark.
have to do that?
Because that's what he chose.
That's the scenario.
That's
Yeah.
that's a real scenario. Like,
It's not that the discrepancy isn't that big. The
It's not a
discrepancy
partnership,
isn't
yeah, but it's
that
still a
And-
discrepancy though.
Yeah,
Like,
No.
that's a discrepancy.
If that's okay for her, then
Yeah,
that's
I
cool.
wilded out on that,
But
though.
my
I did
game
wild
would
out,
be,
my bad.
I'm going to invest in my husband.
What do you mean by that?
You're gonna cut checks once a month.
You gonna
I'm
give him
not saying I'm
you gonna
cutting-
give him an allowance?
If he had no,
This
just
shit
what
sound
you
kinda
said.
lit.
No, just what you said.
cut-
Just what you said. If he has a business that he's trying to start or whatever, you trying to start
What if
soccer
he's
dad
not trying to start
program.
nothing?
Okay.
What if
Well,
he
then
has
that's not a partnership. Why would I be with
listen,
you?
Listen, he has a $30,000 a year job,
Okay.
and that's what he does. That he's happy.
But
with.
what else does he
That's it.
do?
Okay, but
He
that's
hits
where-
on all your
There's-
love languages.
That's what I'm saying.
He's
If
not giving the struggle that he's
If
giving.
you come home stressed out,
It's because that's all he wants, and that doesn't work for me.
what was that?
What do you mean?
Because you're putting in different things now.
What if but if he made 100,000 and that's all he wanted, you'd be fine with that.
No.
Okay.
Because you're missing a thing. You doing something else. If he makes 30,000 a year, and I'm like, all right, well, I make $1 million, but you got goals. Yeah, it's a partnership, so I'm gonna invest in
Got
you.
you.
However, if you make 30,000 and that's where you want to be at, and you just want to sit on your ass, that doesn't work for me because I'm a go getter. So if you're not go getting with me to be in this partnership, then it doesn't work.
What you had to say, E?
I love you, girl.
Okay, I love you too, boo.
Sounds like owning a business is one of your love languages.
I'm just saying, I
They're
can't
only
be
five.
with somebody that's not rolling with me. Like, if you're not rolling with me, you'll get left behind.
So that kind of ties into like what we was talking about with what are we attracted to,
Right.
And the type of person,
Exactly.
yeah, the type of love you receive, like will it work, vice versa.
Right, and that's what I'm
Right.
looking for in dating. I'm evaluating these things.
I
to
would
make
say
sure
that
it
most
works.
people do. Like they look for, even though that's, what were you about to say? Oh, even though that it's not always gonna work that way. Like if I want you to have words of affirmation, but you don't, but that's how I receive it. It's not gonna always work that way. But I feel like most people look to relationships that way, and I don't know if that's necessarily a good or bad thing.
I think that people think about what they want instead of what they need in a relationship, and that's why I think that things don't work. And my belief is that when you find someone that you need, that's like your mate.
What's a
You know what I
want
mean?
versus a need?
A want is I want him to have light eyes. I want him to be 6'9". Like, I feel like that is a want, because at the end of the day, like when you, let's say God forbid something happens, like you're diagnosed with cancer, you're not thinking about like, oh, he's 6'9", and you're not thinking about that.
Yeah,
You're thinking
he's
about
6'9",
the
but
person that's
he
compatible.
never
with you.
showed up because he was always
Right. So
Yeah.
when you
I want my
you
baby
serial
to
date the same type of guy, and you're just like, I need to,
Right,
I was
right.
watching Megan Thee Stallion had done a live about the time she got arrested, right? And she was talking about this guy who, at the time, she wanted him, but he wasn't the person that she needed, because they were, they got into a fight, it got physical, and when the police rolled up, the type of woman she is, she says, he didn't touch me.
Yeah.
And then the police asked him, he said, she hit me all in my eyes. He did all this stuff, and she got arrested even though it was a mutual fight.
Right.
I feel like in that instance, it's like he was what you wanted because he was 6'9", he was this, he was that, but the person that you needed would have never done that to you.
Right.
And I think that's what it is, wants versus needs. And I think that you get to a point where you're in life where you're like, I need this person.
Yeah.
As opposed to wanting what it is.
We also spoke about like the physical aspect of it too. So like, what are you physically attracted to, and does that like you? You know what I mean? Remember we was talking about that? I was like, oh, my old Taiwanese joint.
Does what you're physically attracted to like you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So like, what about that? Like, would you say that?
What I'm physically attracted to, does it like me?
Yeah.
I would say yes.
Cause you You too?
I would say that too. Yeah.
I'm young and handsome.
So you like young and handsome men?
We grown.
I'm fucking with you. I'm sorry. That was childish. That was childish.
Whose man's is it?
Nah, I'm fucking with you, man.
Wait, I got a question. So everybody think about what your number one love language is, and is that how you want to receive love? And if it is, raise your hand.
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
Words of affirmation. What you got? One more time.
Quality time.
Quality time.
Physical touch. I took the test.
Okay.
While y'all were talking.
Oh, for real? Wow. That's
damn.
No. I got.
What was your?
Keep going. I'm sorry. I got receipts. But go ahead. No, go ahead.
I don't think so.
Oh, word. Okay. And then.
And what's yours? But what is it though?
Mine is quality time.
Okay.
I feel like people that want quality time, I don't know, because I think that what people define as quality time is different
up under you,
depending on who it is.
I had a chick that had no fucking she ain't have no hobbies. I was like, what do you like to do for fun? I'm just alive.
I want to ask you. So like,
I'm alive. So she had no. Shorty was pretty, bro. Shorty was pretty, but she ain't have no fucking she ain't even read, bro. Like she ain't read, she ain't play sports. She ain't
Wants
do shit.
versus needs.
Yeah, and exactly. And I was like, yo, this is trash. I can't rock with this. I'm dead ass.
Oh, go ahead.
Why you like? Oh, no.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm a little bit confused. I thought my love language was physical touch or quality time, but
I think yours is gifts.
No, you know what's so funny? Okay, so put it like this. Put it like this. I think it's balanced. Like I feel like if you don't know how to give gifts at all, that is kind of a deal breaker, because it's like, all right, so are you selfish? You know what I mean? Like I've asked this one guy. It's the same guy who said,
telling me about.
Yes, it's the same guy who said, are we going to have?
Yeah, okay.
I asked him, I said, Christmas is coming up, playing, just trying to play it off. Mind you, this is in the whole relationship. So I'm like, oh, Christmas is coming up, whatever. I don't celebrate Christmas.
Oh, he Muslim? If he was Muslim, that's valid.
Yeah,
no.
Yo, I'm about to start converting to Islam.
Jehovah's Witness?
Right.
He was Jamaican. So I don't think Jamaicans be celebrating Christmas like that.
Nah, yes they do.
What, are you Jamaican? I'm curious. No. A lot of
Have you heard this live before?
I ain't never heard that before.
A lot of people don't celebrate Christmas. So I was dating somebody.
Was he Jehovah's
happened
Witness?
to be Jamaican.
No, Jamaican.
And the only reason why I'm saying Jamaican is a lot of West Indians or just people in general don't celebrate Christmas like that.
Jamaicans
So
not celebrate Christmas?
No, we celebrate Christmas. Maybe he doesn't, and that's
Yeah.
I don't know.
we celebrate Christmas.
Sounds a little shaky.
yeah, so that wasn't the statement.
Probably
Was
had
not
a
Jamaicans
Santa hat
do
on
not
when he
celebrate
tweeted-
Christmas.
when he texted
No, I just want to clear that up. I'm not talking about. I want to clear that up.
That was his Abby?
I know. I just want to clear that up because I'm not trying to.
Nigga said, I don't celebrate Christmas and pulled the hat on. That is crazy.
Called
Basically,
the next joint like
somebody has everything like the checklist and stuff, and you don't give gifts at all. Then no, that is.
You just sound a little
But,
frugal. Maybe
I don't
cheap.
think I have one. I think you have to at least have something out of all of them.
Got you.
And he had so he had no love language.
That nigga was dead.
He was dating a corpse.
So we will have another conversation after this, because the conversation might not be able to be. Everyone may not understand. It's a whole nother conversation, so we're not gonna open up that can of worms.
All right, thank you.
But I'm gonna
Appreciate
have a
that.
whole nother conversation about that and maybe explain something to you.
All right.
No. We celebrate Christmas. No. We're just gonna have a whole nother conversation. Don't worry about it.
I don't even know. It's like beef. No, I'm just kidding.
No. I'm gonna shed some light for you.
All right, cool. I think that's a good point to take.
Full disclaimer: my family is from St. Vincent Island, that's Trinidad. Men don't play that.
All right, we'll be right back. All right, yo, we on, God. We back.
All right. So
we back.
So we've talked a little bit about like attraction and what you like and all of that, and I guess we should like zoom out a little bit and think about what society considers beautiful and how your preference fits into that definition of beauty. Yeah. So does your definition conform with society's definition?
When I was growing up, living in the city, basically like they didn't give black girls play. They didn't give black like dark girls. They didn't give black girls play. They didn't give Caribbean people play, and they definitely didn't give African people play. They used to always be like African booty scratcher, all that other shit. Mm-hmm. So back then, I would say yes. And then now it's been like a rebirth, and now we got a lot of black pride and all of that. So now it's like, okay, you learn to grow and accept, like, yo, we're black and black is beautiful. So now I don't go by society standards, but definitely when I was coming up, I'm like, yo, like I want.
When was that moment for you when you realized like, yo, it's cool to be like proud? For me, it was college.
Yeah, I was about to say college. Yeah, because everybody was black in high school. So
because I feel like middle school, high school is when you have the immaturity with the saying,
you black and ugly, yeah.
But in college, there was like pride.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? You have the Caribbean
BSU,
pride,
CSA,
flag parties.
Facts.
Yeah, I love that. I really.
What
do.
about for you?
I've always liked black women.
Does it conform with society?
Yeah. I don't know what you're talking about.
Nobody's talking about anything. Just answer the question.
He kind of was saying he wanted to snow buddy.
Yo,
who said that?
I didn't say that.
You didn't have to.
You didn't have to, right? I got that too.
Wait.
He wanted to snow buddy.
I didn't say I wanted to snow buddy. I just said that my thought process was along the lines of get lighter women. So when I was younger, I had a lot of lighter women.
I didn't get snow buddy.
I'm in the hood. Ain't no
you just meant light-skinned women.
Light-skinned women.
Yeah, that's okay. That's what he meant.
Nah, see,
I knew what
they ain't gonna touch me again, dog. But yeah, like.
And see, he tried to play. He was like,
I
like black women.
Right.
Am I right? He was looking at you. Am I right?
Right. Yeah, no. But I ain't gonna front though. In my hood, I met this Russian chick because she was from Coney Island. Because she was from Coney Island, just was randomly in the hood. I had to bag that. So I bagged the Russian joint. And then before I left, I bagged another Russian joint. I had a couple Russians go. It was alright.
More Russian ties than Trump was good.
Oh, don't do that. This nigga the fat.
All right, so no. The answer is no.
No, the answer is no.
All right, same. Answer is no.
Nah? Yeah. Wow, so you always just had pride, like.
Nah, like my preference is like black women.
Okay.
And that's not.
We were conversing before, like not trying to be funny, but remember we were talking about how your high school experience, since it was white, white. Maybe you don't fuck with like white women like that because they didn't necessarily give you play.
It's all right.
I'm just trying to point it out.
No. We have to talk about this.
Yeah, let's unpack this. Why don't
we could unpack whatever you like to. So I went to a dominantly white high school.
Predominantly
whatever.
Take the hoodie off.
There were 3 black boys in my graduating class.
Facts.
You were one of them.
I was one of 3. And I was an athlete in college. I'm sorry, not in college. In high school, I was an athlete in high school. I wasn't the smartest kid in there. Like I definitely wasn't that, but I like to think I was semi attractive. I was.
Have you ever been with a white woman in high school?
I like to think that. Hold on. You know what I'm saying? Like,
have you ever been with a white woman in high school?
I've been intimate with a white woman before.
In high school, though.
Because they was all. You said athlete. They was all over you.
No, and that's the point.
No. They were.
He wasn't getting played.
That's the point I'm making.
Right. That's why you don't like them.
Let him finish.
I wasn't that at all.
I'm so confused.
You know, and that's the point I'm trying to draw. Like I like to consider, and I wasn't like.
He's like, whatever. You were popping, and they weren't looking.
I wasn't popping, but I was like the black athlete, right? So, and I wasn't the star of the team by any means.
That means something.
But I wasn't the star by any means. I was just, on the team. All I'm saying is, like,
I wasn't like accepted by the white groups at all.
He wasn't
New York. I'm in New York State.
Yeah,
Upstate New York.
but upstate though. Upstate.
Yeah.
You know, we had to put that. Not like that.
That means something.
Yo.
It was like California or like just like they was like.
They were racist towards him.
Nah, keep that joy, man. Keep that joy now. No. So I'm from Syracuse, and so like, there was never a time where they was like, oh, like Isaiah's cool or like, there was never that energy.
That scarred you.
I don't know if it scarred me, but I felt like
it did, cause you be like, I don't fuck with them.
Yeah, no. Essentially, I was like, yo, forget y'all. Like, you know what I mean? I never liked y'all anyway. You know what I mean? Like, I was never brought up in a home to rock with y'all crazy like that. And now here I am talking to y'all and y'all acting like y'all rejected me. Like, there's really no point for us to be any kind of anything.
Yo, how old were you when this happened?
He traumatized.
I'm not traumatized.
You are. You was getting high. It's all good. I got trauma too. Yo, one main takeaway, not takeaway, but one thing that I wanted to say about this episode too, like, I feel like, I don't remember where we were supposed to ask it, but it was like the question was talking about like how you interact with like love, right? Like how you want to receive love and everything. And so I wanted to we spoke about it, but I wanted to make the statement because I forgot on the last part that I feel as if I never really got like love unconditionally from like a woman that I was dating. Like, and I compare it to like love from ever. Like, I don't think I've ever felt it. And I feel as if, like, because I don't want to, like, make it seem like they were bad or whatever. I think it was, like, a lot to deal with me. You know what I mean? Like, I just didn't really know how to, like, accept it. So I think that's a big thing, too. Like, people have to be willing to want to be loved. You know what I mean?
You have to be shown love at a young age.
Facts. And, love was totally different. Like, my whole idea, like, what I thought of love before, like, it's totally transformed. You know what I mean? I think that's why like we go through the cycles, or I can say like I went through cycles of having like bad relationships because of that. Like I didn't really know how to accept it. You know what I mean? So it's like, what do you do then? You know what I mean?
Right.
I don't know. My bad to get real morbid and shit. But
it's good.
Yeah.
No, you had to learn how to be vulnerable. That's all.
Yeah. And that's a big thing too, like insecurities. Like we touched on it a little bit. I remember meeting chicks from like one of my exes from Syracuse and shit. She grew up in Syracuse or whatever, came from like similar upbringing to you and shit. And I used to just be like, yo, she's so great. Like she there's no way she could really love me. Because she comes from better, she's gonna deal with a dude like this. And so I self-sabotaged myself before I could even get into the shit. And yeah, I just did a bunch of like dickhead shit. So
Yo, I actually have a question. So we've established that you're a gift, like you like gifts.
Yeah.
Now, she's probably asking for a gift right now.
Right.
So I got a question for you. So like you I feel like we all agree that you like gifts.
she tight.
Not the average gifts that a girl would like Gucci
Let me
bag.
finish my question, and then you can tell me
Thoughtful
whether
gifts.
I'm ready. So, like, do you think you're influenced by? Because we're talking about like social media and like the
society.
Yeah. So, like, do you think because people are so public about what is going on in their relationship, like, oh, look at what my dude bought me, look what this girl got me. Do you think like you feel like you expect that because of what everybody else is showing that they do?
Not in that way, but I'm not gonna lie. When I see like couples on like trips and stuff, like yeah, that shit is hot. Like
I've never been on a trip with a woman.
Like
that
vacation. Yeah.
Never, no vacation.
Those
that
are the kind of
be
gifts
like the
you
only
got,
thing.
like, right?
Yeah,
like
rent like that. I'll be like, I ain't gonna lie, I kind of want to show off like that. No, I don't give a fuck about no Gucci purse.
Yeah, just throw 3 racks on the
But
trip.
like the little Instagram joint, you know what I mean? You in?
I'm not even like flashy like that, but like like when you do have your little significant other, you do kind of want to make sure that they look appropriate for you to show them off. Yes, I think about shit like that.
So, but is the receiving of a gift more important to you, or do you want people to see like, yo, look?
No, it's more important to me. I'm talking about like random, like you,
right?
It's you having some hard time with rent, and like I bet got you, boom, like that. Right. That's like a thoughtful gift.
So did we just completely skip over the piece? She was like, nah, I don't want 5 racks on the makeup bag. I want 5 racks for you to take me to Paris.
I mean, that's smart. That's
like
smart.
But that's more like quality time and stuff like that. So
you gotta be worried about a chick that's like, yo, just give me a $10,000 bag.
Right.
Oh, you rather just be like,
or
just
hair
take
bundles and
$10,000
stuff.
trip. I feel like
No, I'm not gonna lie.
She said she want.
What are we talking about?
No, I'm not gonna.
Is 5.5.
Bundles
Bundles
is thoughtful for a
she
material
gets
girl
zig
or
bags.
she don't got a material.
No. This is the same gift. Now you're talking 50-50 shit. And that's what she's not with.
Oh wait, so
That's what she's not with.
What?
That's the shit I don't like.
What? No, I go half actually most of the time, to be honest. But I'm saying
you ain't
do
gotta
not
sit
be
here
in
and
the.
lie though. Yeah, you gotta. Most of the time, you reached for that.
She was like, sometimes.
Okay, put it like this. Recently, I have not been paying at all because I've learned
Talk your
to
shit.
Talk your
be
shit.
only with guys that's ready to like blah blah blah. But in the past, yes, I've gone half most of the time, like plenty of times. But what I'm saying in that situation, I was just saying, do not expect it. Why are you? I think it was like around the holiday. It was around Christmas. What are you doing? Talking about something you know we're gonna have, right? Yes, like that's what's about to happen. But do not ask that.
The dates that you've gone on where you've split it 50-50,
It wasn't. I wouldn't say it was dates.
That was my question. So it wasn't like an established date.
No.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just so we're clear, we gonna have. You know that, right?
Yeah, that's.
All right. So yo, the last question that we was talking about. Is it okay? That's what we on?
Yeah. That's.
I don't know. You the better moderator. My bad.
I'll finish it. Wait, is it okay to repeat experiences?
Yeah.
Yeah. So like, all right. So this is. I'm really interested about this one.
Yeah.
So I feel like a lot of people have places they like to go, and because you have places you like to go, maybe you like to take a significant other there, like if it's a date, first date, whatever. Is it okay to repeat dates with different people?
You better not take nobody to my favorite Mexican spot.
I saw a few nods. I saw a hell no.
I think you shouldn't.
I think it depends.
Yeah.
I think it depends.
It depends. Yeah, but let's hear some answers. Go.
My favorite spot is my favorite spot.
So
what I'm saying?
You repeat the question.
So the question is it okay to take different people on the same date? Like, let's say you have a favorite like Caribbean spot.
Okay.
And you keep taking your every first date there.
Oh no.
Yeah, that's whack.
First of all, if that's my favorite spot, you may not make it there unless.
What if you had a special like experience at a spot?
Well, that's something I want to experience with somebody that I really like.
Oh,
yeah.
I don't want to experience that with somebody that is a first date. Okay. So you're not going to the special spot.
Are you okay with being the person that gets taken to the?
Good question.
How do I know that's a special spot? You
you
can
won't
tell
know.
me, but I don't know.
You won't know, but would you be okay with it if you found out?
Okay.
She's like, fuck it.
No, because again, I don't know you yet.
Yeah.
So you could be lying. I don't know. I'm just going by what you tell me. So, okay, I don't know you from a can of paint. I have no choice but to believe you.
Yeah.
Now, if we get to the point where I'm like, damn, he took me to his favorite place on our first date, like, aw, like, okay, then I can do the aw.
That's why I think it's perfectly fine to take somebody to the same spot.
Okay. Yeah. I don't know. I try my best not to.
Well,
Yeah, like just like spots. Like so, like if I got a happy hour spot that I really like, but every chick I meet, I'm taking that same chick. I mean, each different chick.
That's not a date. I'm talking about like a date. Like get dressed. You have to go to this spot, and you just took a girl there last week. Come on now.
But that's what we saying. The same spot.
Now you talking about Lincoln? Like let's go to a bar, whatever.
It don't matter. It could be a bar. It could be a
It
date.
doesn't matter.
It could be a dinner date. It could be whatever
I'm talking
type
about
of
a real
date.
date when y'all get dressed up. Do not take her to the same Carmine.
But that's what I'm saying. So you agree with me? You saying like no, you shouldn't do that.
No, be creative and go to a different spot.
And I agree with you. I try my best not to, because I be feeling like honestly like.
But what if there's a spot you legitimately like and you want to share that experience with?
Like, what if you get a discount? Like, this is my spot.
That's why you do it.
Real.
That's why you do it.
Real. I know the day of this happy hour. Yeah, like we gonna happy hour on this day.
Yo, one of the spots went out of business. DC Reynolds.
DC Reynolds. But
Buy one, get one free?
No.
What? That was the
Bogos are
fucking
real.
date spot. You
But
take
at
all
the
the
same
drinks.
time, sometimes when you go to I just met this person. Oh, let's meet up at happy hour. Like, it's the first meeting. Like, if that's the case, that's not necessarily, oh my God, I met this guy. We're going to, oh my
Okay.
God.
Yeah.
Like, so yes, I'm okay with that. Like, yeah, this is a local spot for me. Oh, you know, I really like this space. Let's just meet up there. I don't even know if we're dating or not. Like, you're just meeting up.
Yeah.
But when you like the person and you have intentions.
Okay.
Then, or when you have intentions, you don't know if you like them yet. Yeah, I'm going to take them somewhere else because I'm like, okay, this is my local spot. Like, what if this person turns out to be crazy? You ain't showing up to my local spot.
Right, right.
Do you,
you know, like,
do you
can't
ever
meet the
feel like,
bartenders.
do you ever feel like you're going to show up to that same, like, let's say you go to a spot you regularly hit. Do you ever feel like that person's going to show up with a new person?
Yeah.
That's why I don't take them.
So a new person.
We finding new spots.
My spot is for me. Now, if we get to the point where we're actually, you know, dating, we're boyfriend, girlfriend, exclusive, whatever y'all, you know, you want to call it, then okay, yeah, we'll go to my favorite spot because then I want to share that with you because I will thoroughly enjoy that. Because if I don't like you, you know, then it's just okay. If we're friends, cool, then yes, there's mutual, we're friends. So I'm going to thoroughly enjoy the spot with you. Yo, Toe, is this spot. They got this good fish.
Who?
Yo, let's go.
Who is Tall?
That's me, man.
Okay.
I'm just saying,
I got
like,
nicknames too.
No, I'm just saying whether.
I mean, but Tell is a lazy nickname. All you needed to do was finish it.
Whether it's friends, like y'all. Okay, I just met y'all. Y'all cool or whatever. All right, cool. Let's go to such and such. Yo, I love this spot.
Oh, we going to your spot?
So the perfect example.
What is the spot? And we all gonna pull up there.
Yeah. So no, you say the future joint.
So we was talking about experiences and shit. And you saying like, yo, if it's a big deal, you gotta get dressed up, you gotta do this. If it's like a real date. So what about what you got a rebuttal to that? You just said that.
Future is
So we brought.
I was talking about the getting dressed up. To be honest, I never did that before. That would be nice. Like get really dressed up. Like I got on the whole red dress.
Gotta go to Eddie V's.
I ain't never do no shit like that.
You gotta go to Eddie V's, get the $50 steak.
Yeah.
Wait, you never done that?
No.
You gotta go to Eddie V's.
Why you guys don't be trying to do that?
Because
y'all get scared when somebody's saying,
this might take us.
Where are we? Y'all get so high.
Dude is putting 10 racks on your birthday and not asking you to put in a dress. What kind of
you ain't wear the red dress?
Get dressed meaning what? I'm getting cute in my like whatever, you know, like boot heels. Talking about you know what I'm talking about, like a red dress.
Yo, Sugar Daddy should have bought you a dress.
I don't know what that is because ain't nobody ever did it before.
Sugar Daddy should have bought you a dress.
Yeah.
But now, so we was talking about like we brought up like Future because Future does experiences, but they're similar with different women.
Did you see the newest one?
Lori
Harvey.
Yeah. So it's like, yo, like, is that a problem? So let's say you was dating a man that took that's going to take you.
That's your love language.
Listen, if it's genuine, then it's not the same move. His move is always with the roses.
But that's his move. Like, that's his go-to.
No. I'm saying if you shouldn't have used Future as the example.
Why not? I think that's a great example.
The rose petals is like his thing.
That's his thing.
So he calls. Just listen. He calls his guys like, yeah, you know, it's Valentine's Day, so do your thing. I don't want it to be that. I want to be like, let me think outside the box.
Nah, but it's designed different.
Just listen.
Yeah, it's a different shape heart.
You said what?
It's a different shape heart.
See, no, but that's his move, and I feel like if one girl has it on her story, right? 2 months later, another girl has it on her story. It's not special. I just feel like it's not special. But I mean, to even date a guy like that, you don't care about being special. He has his moves, like the moves that he makes. He's not the best example, but I feel like it's one of those things where, to me personally, I want.
She shot it down. We ain't think about that in pre.
That was real.
Person, but the same example.
Right. No, but I feel like I like something special. Like me and my daughter are watching 90 Day Fiance. And the guy just keeps talking about his ex-wife. Like, I bought my ex, like, he bought her a brand new red car, right? He's like, yeah, I bought my ex-wife one too. He's, you know, she's Filipino, his ex-wife's Filipino. Everything is like mirrored after her. So the girl just feels like this is a lie. You are basically just trying to replace your ex-wife.
Exactly.
Your ex-wife.
Yeah.
I feel like when it becomes like your move, like you're always doing the same thing. Like you need to think outside the box. Like, every new relationship is a new thing. Yeah, there might be a spot that you're like, I love the drinks here.
So
you
in
may
defense
have
of Future,
someone,
though, in the defense of Future.
Oh, Lord, in defense of Future.
I mean, like, just on this specific, like, doing the same thing. It's Valentine's Day. There's only so many things you can do in terms of, it, like, the heart thing.
You don't want no green hearts.
Yeah.
But the thing about it is, like, as a teacher, every year, the kids re-inspire me to do something completely different than the previous year.
Oh, you working
I think that
too hard.
you give
It's a lot.
Come on, man. I think that I'm a very creative person.
It's a whole new group of kids.
But like doing the exact same thing, like kids respond to things differently.
Yeah.
And if we're really in a relationship, then I might hate flowers, and you're killing all these flowers when that might be my thing, and you're doing the flowers thing, and I'm like, I like plants, and you could have filled my house with plants that help with all the things that, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, I think that the problem with the same move is that I'm not the same girl as the last one.
Right.
Or am I?
Yeah,
I mean, I'm pretty sure Future was with a woman who said, I don't like that. He wouldn't do it.
I don't know.
I don't think
Future.
Yeah.
You brought up the wrong. You brought up the wrong person. Yeah. I think the example is valid, just not maybe the person for this exercise.
All right, so what's that be for Future?
But
take Future out of it.
As we said, like, you know, if that's your love language, that's your love language. Yeah. If you're dealing with a woman that likes it, then that's what she likes. But if that's not the woman you looking for, then you shouldn't be doing. Like,
but let's stay focused on Future, because I'm not gonna lie, a lot of women say that they don't like Future. Like, I feel like every woman says that. But
judging him because of all his kids.
He has a lot of kids. I mean, a lot of women still they still fuck with him. So clearly,
it's not about the kids.
But there's a disconnect between what y'all say that y'all don't like and what y'all are attracted to.
That's the thing about it is, it's not about the kids. It's about the disrespect, right? It's not about the kids. I feel like people live their lives, and people have an entire life before they're with you. Yeah. And to accept them is to accept the things that they have done. I'm not gonna say flaws. Children cannot be flaws.
Nah,
right?
never.
It's one of those things where like he's dogging these women.
Is he?
And he
is. I don't know. I don't know if he is or if he isn't. I really don't know.
I really don't know if he is.
The most recent woman that says that she is pregnant by him. At first he's like, I would never touch a woman like that. Then he says, I would never have a baby with a woman like that. Now he's saying a DNA test. Okay, so now I'm going to say that she needs to have less money because of all of my other kids. Like, now he's starting to admit that it's probably his baby. But why dog her when there's a possibility? If there's a possibility out there, like, if he didn't have sex with her at all, then okay. Yeah. But you definitely did the do, and she might be pregnant by you, and now you're realizing that she is. You're still saying that you want to do all this stuff as if you didn't impregnate her. I think that Future specifically, it's the women that he disrespects. So
why do so many women love him?
Continue to deal with him.
Because you guys, so the problem with social media is that it makes it seem like
one voice, tweet he do make some good music.
100,000 tweets, right?
Yeah.
So there are women that disrespect themselves by being attracted to disrespectful men. Okay. That's just what it is. Like, I mean, I could bring up names, but then that's going to start a whole nother conversation.
Yeah,
but there are men out there that
we only have but so many segments
and
left.
Women that are okay with being disrespected. It's all levels to it. Like, some women might think that him not being able to pay the rent is disrespectful, but another woman might say, like, this man has so much drive. I really want to inspire him, so I'm going to hold him down while he's going through this. Like, it depends on who it is.
Yeah. She said, "Good luck." So she started having flashbacks.
Yeah, I hear.
She was over there like this, yo, P. She was like,
she's tired of the bullshit. She's tired of the bullshit.
I mean, to be honest, it is some women out here that's attracted to him, and you know whatnot. That's not the man for me. Yeah.
He made good music too.
And
music is fine. We're not gonna do that. We're not gonna do that.
I didn't say
he got an anthem. He got an anthem.
Relax. I said and. I didn't say. I didn't judge. I didn't say that. I didn't comment on the music. I just said
the music is good.
Yes, the music is.
The music is good.
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
I didn't say the music was bad. I'm just like, okay, you make music. That's just like, okay, you make $1 million, but that doesn't mean that you're the man for me, because that doesn't work for me.
I think the $1 million man gets a shot.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
He could be as shit as they come. Ain't shit as they come.
$1 million man gets a shot.
No. Yeah, you get to shoot your shot.
He drives a what?
No, you get to shoot your shot, but is it gonna last?
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Does he care if it lasts?
Yeah, right.
Huh? Wait.
Does he care if it lasts?
And do you care if it lasts?
I do. I'm just saying I do.
That's good. That's noble.
And what does it last?
How many women who fuck with Future are thinking long term with him?
Not tough. Many. That's why I said some women are into him, and okay, if that works for you, then that works for you. I'm just saying it doesn't work for me. That's all.
Yeah.
It matters to me.
What's your question?
Regarding Future, generally speaking, can an uncreative person maintain a relationship? Like, as far as just not being creative with the way they court their women? or take,
I think that goes back into what y'all was saying with. Okay.
So my sister, oh my God, please don't mention my name. My sister, her husband is like horrible with gifts. So he calls me to get fire gifts to give her. Like that's not his strength, but he knows that she loves gifts. So he calls her sister. He uses his resources because he loves her that much to figure out how he's going to fill in the gaps. I think that's what a relationship is filling in the gaps.
Because I don't care how the gift comes as long as I get it.
Right, you just want the bag.
Yeah, I don't care how the gift comes as long as I get it, right?
I mean, but not all women love gifts. But not all women love gifts.
No, I mean, it's not about, if it's my birthday or if, whatever, or you're planning to propose, whatever it is. Yes, you call the people who is most important to her because you want to go all in out. So that's you being creative.
I got a proposal
as a man. Well, not as a man, but that's you as a man being creative.
But I was just referencing the future thing where, he was taking the different girls to doing the same.
I don't know.
It's a discrepancy with whether, listen, that's just what he does and he does it for every woman. Or is giving gifts his love language? We don't know because we don't know him personally.
It probably is giving gifts. It looks
now,
like.
If it's his...
But if that's his go-to move, what's wrong with that?
If that's his love language, then obviously the woman that appreciates it, that's her love language too.
Yeah.
And that's okay. Now, if this is just him being Future, this is what I do. Hey, if that's what works for you,
Yo, PJ.
What if every year was better than the last year though, with the Future gifts? Like it's the same gift, but he steps it up every year. That's fine.
Look, if that's him, then if you're into that and that works for you, then cool. I guess I don't know.
Stepping up requires creativity.
Or it could just be you could scale it up.
Yeah,
just make it bigger.
A bigger alley.
Yeah, bigger hearts, more roses. Yeah,
right. If it's not something that's important to me, then it kind of doesn't. It defeats the purpose.
And maybe he has been stepping up. Like he wasn't always Future. Like maybe he was putting rose petals on the apartment.
He wasn't getting like the hotel.
He didn't get the hotel. And last year was in Jamaica. This year was Bahamas.
Right. For me, I would want the gift to be something that matters to me, meaningful to me.
No, that's
that's why I say if that's what you do, and specific women are flocking to that, then that's for their love language. That's for them. I guess.
Right.
So I've been told
that whatever floats your boat.
So I've been told that a lot of women are attracted to like the sense of like power on a man, and that Future holds like a sense of power, whether you feel like he's good or bad or whatever. He holds like
I think it's just that he's
piece of
successful,
power, and that's the attraction.
I could definitely agree with when women say that, and we're not going to talk about Future. We're just going to talk about like just people that's in power or leadership.
We really did like pick Future.
Leadership.
I know. Why did we do that?
I don't know.
Just showing that you're a leader, or you like.
Who's fucking with y'all, really?
I'm listening. You're showing that you're a leader, showing that they're a leader, and what else?
Yeah, definitely. Like just showing that you're doing something, like you're you about something, whatever like that. I think that's definitely like something that girls are attracted to.
Gotcha.
All right, so we back. About to wrap this up, but before we actually get to the final question, we want to ask you a question. So the question is, what do you think about snow bunnies?
What?
To be honest, okay, let me stop. I was gonna say I've seen a couple of snow bunnies that was cute. To be honest, however, like it's unfortunately, black psychology perspective. A lot of black guys feel that they need to date one in order to have like a prize or something like that. Yes, you want to ask that, I'm gonna go there. Ooh. But if you just attracted to one because you think she cute, go ahead. But don't feel the need to like, oh yeah, that's gonna be like, you know what I mean?
Black woman.
Yeah. So I feel like date whoever you love.
What is a snow bunny?
What's a snow bunny?
What is a snow bunny, Tully?
I don't know.
Thank you.
A woman from
I don't know what that is.
European descent.
A Caucasian woman?
Dude, you just. Yo, I'm about to snitch.
Yeah, like you flipped this crazy.
Right, he trying to get it off. He trying to get the last few minutes off.
He said, Caucasian? How would you mean?
Nah, that's funny. Nah, all right. So y'all good? Y'all good over there? Nobody else got nothing to say? You like your gifts. You don't know your love language. Your love language is quality time. Receiving gifts. What's yours, E?
Yeah,
I like giving gifts too.
That's good. That's good.
But I spent money on somebody and they gave me
All right, so gifts.
Yeah.
Struggle dick.
Yeah. Oh, what was that one? That's physical touch.
That's physical touch.
We just summarizing everybody's.
Yeah, what's yours?
It was pretty close. It was physical touch and words of affirmation.
Got you. So
Quality
while he
time
giving the
was-
struggle dick, he got to be like, you the best, girl.
I don't know anything about struggle dicks.
Oh, my bad. That's my bad.
was-
That's,
yeah, I don't
my
know
fault.
about that.
You right.
I don't-
She was like, I don't get that. She said no. She said no. What about you, E? I mean, P, what was yours?
What was the question?
What was your love language?
Oh, quality time.
Quality
Yeah.
time.
Quality
Quality
time.
time. That's interesting. We might have to talk about that later. What's wrong with I like receiving gifts too.
Here it is.
I mean,
You should have made us take the test when we got here. I took it while y'all was talking because I'm curious. But mine actually came out to be right. The physical touch and the words of affirmation was 8. And the quality time was 7.
Yeah.
However, my prediction was the physical touch and quality time. So, I mean, it kind of...
Yeah. I think it's pretty accurate.
It's pretty accurate. Those
Right.
3, yeah.
Yeah.
the top 2 were tied though, right?
The top 2 were tied. So that's why I was like, but I was, in the beginning, I was between all of them. So it's
Right.
correct.
Okay, that's what's up. You was about to say something? Okay. Everybody good? All right, so yo, man, you watching it to this point, we about to wrap it up. We wanted to thank everybody for being here. Clap it up for y'all. You know what I mean? I don't know. Freestyle. But yeah, if you listening to this on Spotify, Apple or Google, just want to thank y'all. Please send it to your friends. Let us know. We always looking for different things to talk about, so feel free to reach out to us so we could provide different topics. If you're listening to this on YouTube, please make sure to like, share, and subscribe. And on that note, my name is here with my brother. And my brother. Got it right? All right, and we are the Pod with No Name. Oh, look forward to the next topic. I don't know if it's for a fact, but we might be talking about discipline.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We're going to talk about disciplining your children, all of that. Would you do it? Yeah, it's random, but we're going to talk about it. And we're going to express our thoughts and shit. And on that note, we are the Pod with No Name, and we are out.